All right, all right, all right. It looks a little different, right? We are at a very, very special event that is near and dear to my heart. We are at the very first annual Bronx Sees the Cure for Epilepsy. Sees the Cure for Epilepsy. We'll talk a little bit more about why it's so near and dear to me. But we are at the Sonia Sotomayor. I'm horrible, you guys. I don't speak Spanish. I'm horrible with names, but we are at the community center in the Bronx where we are seeing all these lovely people who, in some way, shape, or form, have been affected by epilepsy or some form of a seizure disorder. So, what we're going to be doing today is just introducing you to our guests. I'm excited to see the Grammy Award winning group Allure perform later on this afternoon. But so far, I'm just overwhelmed by all of the support, all of the community that has come together to get this out to the public. People don't realize how serious of an illness this is and how common it is. And unfortunately, a lot of times people don't realize that things are an issue until it affects them. So that's what we're trying to smash today, not only to raise money, but to raise awareness. So I'm going to walk around. If you can follow me, walk around, talk to some people, and see how everybody else is feeling about today since this is their first event. Let me see.
Audio Jungle.
LDM Network, the comment section. I'm Shirley Phillips. I'm the host, and you are?
My name is LaShonda Belton. I am THA Godmother, otherwise known as The Godmother. We are a community outreach organization, and we just enjoy giving direct services to the community.
Really?
Yes.
People with epilepsy or just the community in general?
Just the community in general, and we specialize in low-income families and people with disabilities.
I love it.
So, yes.
So how does one qualify, like if they need services or they need support, how would they sign up to get services or support from you? What do they need to do?
So actually, believe it or not, I run a food pantry or actually a resource distribution at least once a month.
Okay.
And anyone can come. I am not a respecter of persons, so anyone, they don't have to sign up, they don't have to show me ID, you just have to come and receive what we're giving.
And let them know that you're in need.
Right, and let us know that you're in need. And the good thing is that we also have other organizations that come and they table, so those people can get different services that they may need. They get wraparound services along with their food on the same day.
Wow. Same day. So it's not a situation where you have to sign up or go to a lottery situation. Same day services. Can you tell us what we're looking at here?
Okay, so today I am a big believer in, unfortunately, we have something called period poverty, so we have feminine hygiene items. We also have clothing for young girls, which is the sport items. We have, believe it or not, these are new shoes. They're just out of the box, but these are brand new shoes. So as you can see, everything is brand new. Sports bras right there, and we don't leave our older adults out. These are adult diapers. And actually, believe it right now, right here, these are wax melts. These are scented wax melts because one of the things about epilepsy is sometimes aromas can be calming.
Absolutely.
So these are calming aromas in these wax melts.
Do you hear this? You guys, she thought of everything. I love this.
Believe it or not, right here I have a go bag. I'm going to show people how to put together their emergency go bag for when they're going to the hospital. Okay. So it has all their information, a comforting blanket, water and snacks for the caregiver, and all of their information is inside, plus a charger, just so they know, hey, I can grab this and go. So the information is there. There's no asking questions. You know the name, the ID, everything of the person. allergies, dietary needs, all of that.
I'm so glad she mentioned that, because a lot of times after you have a seizure, you have amnesia for about sometimes 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes longer, and you literally don't know. You might know who you are, but you don't know where you are. You don't know how you got there. You don't know who your family, your address. So this is amazing that they thought of this, and I'm glad she brought up that sometimes there's incontinence issues. After you have a seizure, a lot of times you will urinate on yourself.
And one thing that people don't know is sometimes hormones play a big factor.
Yeah.
So you definitely need sanitary napkins or any of those feminine hygiene items with you.
This is awesome. And tell us where we can reach you. Are you available online, social media?
I'm available online. You can find me at TH8. Okay, it's T.H.A. Godmother at Instagram, and I am thegodmother.org, and that's what my website is.
Awesome. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right, this is the comment section. I am Shirley Phillips, the host, and you are?
Marie Davis.
Looks like I'm shoving this like trying to...
Yes, you are.
We just want to make sure we hear you loud and clear.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about this organization and how you got started with this
Okay,
cause?
so we are a community organization, and we service the East Bronx, Parkchester, Soundview, Castle Hill, and basically it's National Council of Negro Women. This is our section in this area, and we come to events like this. We give, things out in the community.
Okay.
So we do a lot of work in
It's
the
a
community.
501c3
Yeah, of course,
Got it.
501c3.
Got it. So I will be making a donation because I am a Negro woman, so I support
Hey.
all things Negro.
Join us.
Hello. I have a similar organization, but mine is for middle school and high school girls.
Okay, but guess what?
Partner.
But guess what? That's what we're looking to get some girls into our group, so that we can build them up and mentor them.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Especially, I hate to say it, our black. Sorry. I have a big mouth. The black girls here, I'm from Michigan originally, and so what I've realized in New York is that if you're not Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, sometimes they feel left out. They feel like they don't belong, and so I appreciate that this is the sole focus.
We can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not a problem.
So what we will do, or what I can do for you, I can donate some shirts, I can contact you, give you my information, and then later on we can always, but I also am an epilepsy warrior. I have a seizure disorder.
And do we do purple?
And we did purple. I did not know that I had this until I was 34. I've only had 6 seizures my entire life, and most of them were nocturnal. But it comes out that they were from like your spine being out of order and just stress. I teach 8th grade. Do the show, so they said the cortisol levels, stress. That's pretty much it. I wasn't born with this.
And
So.
which one is your table?
This is my table here, go girl. Oh, y'all did that fast. These are my students. Let's talk to them.
Okay.
I represent the company called SK Life Science.
Okay.
And we represent a medication called Xcopri or Cenobamate. And we are happy to be part of this day for Seize the Cure.
Okay. I'm interested because as I was explaining to this young lady over here, I had started having seizures out of nowhere when I turned 34. Never had them in my life. I've only had 6 my entire life, mostly nocturnal. And I'm on a very high dosage of meds right now, and I just don't see the point. I think it's more so like stress related. I teach 8th grade. I do this show. I run an organization. Like, there's a lot going on. So tell me how this drug works if you don't mind, because I'm interested. I take Keppra right now, and I don't like it.
Honestly, compliance-wise, guys, so we can actually discuss med as much as we can introduce you to our materials.
Okay.
For Xcopri.
Okay. Got it.
It
I
is a
will take the
once-a-day
information.
medication. So we launched it 4 years ago. We can say that.
Okay.
And just background on the company, because I think we get questions a lot, like SK Life Science is new. SK, believe it or not, is a huge conglomerate in South Korea. So this is actually
Really?
South Korea's first opportunity in the U.S.
Okay.
to support epilepsy and to support the pharmaceutical industry and all the patients.
Really?
So we're really proud of that. We're actually, SK is a company, I always like to say, a company you've never heard of on the U.S.
But
side.
you've heard of.
The largest company you've never
So
heard
it's
of.
right behind Samsung and Hyundai in South Korea. That's how
Really?
big it is, right?
Wow.
So the life science aspect, smaller subsidiary for the U.S., but this is their first dipping the toe of the water within the U.S.
I'm excited. I never thought I'd get excited over medication, but I am.
We are too.
On social media, where can we find you? Or can we find you on social media?
Yeah, so social media-wise, SK Xcopri, I think, has something even on TikTok.
Okay.
You can go on SK Life Sciences website.
Okay.
Xcopri has its own website, patient-facing as well as clinician-facing.
Okay. Is it okay if I take this one?
Yeah,
Of
absolutely.
course.
So
I
those,
wanna
are,
keep-
those are seizure first aid cards.
Okay.
I think education is a huge part. Those are actually put out by the Epilepsy Foundation, who we're working with today at this awesome event.
I was just explaining to them in my teacher training. I've been a teacher for almost 20 years. This is my last year, praise God. 8th grade English. They never teach seizure first aid to us. And right now I have 7 students that have
You know what?
epilepsy.
Chilton, who's from the Epilepsy Foundation, that's coordinating a lot of this. He says you run into a building and there's a fire. You have signage as to what to do in a fire. Nothing to do when someone has a seizure.
No.
So we're trying to also be a part of that as a company, right? And help spread the word and education on
I
that.
appreciate that.
Another part I'll interest you in is the STEPS tool.
Okay.
So this is something SK has put out
Okay.
for patients and caregivers. It's
Okay.
a one sheet, really something they can fill out almost like a survey.
Okay.
But it really is to have an honest conversation with your clinician. So a patient with epilepsy or seizures can fill that out. And each section stands for something. It's seizures, treatment, emotional impact, the personal goals and safety. So we put that out a few years ago when we launched.
This is
our product.
awesome.
But at the end of the day, we want patients to have honest conversations with their clinicians.
That's the thing. You have to be
right?
honest, especially if you're a driver, because a lot of times we lie
Yep.
because you don't want them to take your license. It's a
Yeah.
year. They'll take it for a year. I've had my 6th seizure was behind the wheel of a car.
Wow.
And I was going slow because I was about to turn, and I'm a very religious person, but there was a police officer sitting in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, and he's like, I couldn't tell if you were drunk or if you were falling asleep, but I knew something was wrong. So he was able to bust the window. I came out without a scratch on me, but they did take my license. So, but stuff like this helps. It helps a lot. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
And I will promote this as much as I can. Thank you so
you.
much.
Best on Roku.
Come, let's play. Radio. Come, let's play. Fun is what we crave.
You're listening to New York City's LDM Radio. Another long stretch of continuous music.
Back into time. Flashback.
New York City's LDM Radio.
The best radio station in the world is right here, right now.
Okay, and I'm back at one of my favorite places in the entire world, believe it or not. I do like to read, contrary to popular belief. New York City Public Library. We are the comment section with the LDM Network, and you are?
Virginia Quinones. I'm representing Soundview Library.
She's representing
Soundview Library.
Soundview Library. Hello, Soundview Library. Please come and read.
Yes.
Talking to all my students that might be watching the show.
Yes, yes.
So tell us how you got stationed to be here today.
Well, I'm reassigned temporarily for the Soundview Library because my library is under renovation.
Okay.
So I'm the library manager for the
Okay.
meantime. But
All
we're
right.
here representing, offering all our programs.
I love
We have
it.
a beautiful teen center. I just want to advertise that. So the teens, please come.
Yes, teens,
Yes.
please come.
We
We
also
got 2 over there.
Exactly. We also have computer classes for adults, story time for kids. We have
Really?
NYPL after school tutoring as well.
Really?
We have a little bit of everything.
I love
so please
it.
come by. Please come by and get
by.
your library card.
And they can sign up for a library card here
Correct.
today. If
Yes.
you're at home, you have time to come down here. Get your library card. They will not arrest you if you owe fines.
We don't charge fines, by the way.
There's no fine?
No.
There are no fines, you guys. So you can come. You don't have to hide anymore from the library. Thank you so much.
You're more than
okay
welcome.
if I take?
Of course, please.
I'll take May.
Sure.
A lot of kids don't go to the library because they think that they're going to get arrested.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for supporting this cause, and we will see you later.
All right, take care.
All right, so I am at my next station. It says Harris Hands Community Service. We are the comment section from LDM Network in the Bronx. And tell us a little bit about you and this organization here.
Well, yes, my name is Ciesha Carrigan Bob. I am the in-home service supervisor for Harris Hands Community Services. We offer a variety range of services for individuals who have developmental disabilities and learning disabilities as well. We have in-home services where we do respite, which is a break for the families, essentially, where we have a DSP watch your child and do activities with them. Then we have ComHab services, where we have services where our DSP teach them about goals, how to work on things. We have from learning how to use their keys to open a door.
I love it.
How to write their name sometimes, and even trying to do money management and budgeting.
Can I sign up for money management?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, take one. Yes, and budgeting, how
Thank
to
you
learn.
so much. This is awesome.
To help them, in life, how to further their goals or whatever they want to do. I have a DSP who found out one of my individuals like poetry. Takes them to poetry events.
That's it.
This
is awesome.
We just here, trying to help the community out. And
I'm
this is
taking
what we
some
do.
of these to give to my students who are of working age now, so I will be sending them to you.
Yes, thank you so much.
No, thank you for supporting this. Thank you so much.
Yes. So check us
All
out.
right,
It's
enjoy
Harris Hands
yourself.
Community Services,
Alrighty.
located on Brockton,
Thank you.
3430.
Okay, we are back with the comments section, and I am here with one of probably the most important people in the world. And as I told you, as someone who does have a seizure disorder, I don't claim epilepsy, I will not. I would like her to introduce herself and just to tell us just a little bit more about what she does and what got her into this field.
Hi, I'm Susan Duberstein. I am a pediatric epileptologist, and I work at Children's Hospital at Montefiore here in the Bronx. And I became inspired during medical school by one of my mentors who was at SUNY Downstate, where I went to med school, and she was a pediatric neurologist. And while I was always fascinated by neurology, neurology, brain, right? Who could not be fascinated by the brain? But I had always kind of had this idea that neurologists just found things out and looked at the scans, and maybe there wasn't much they could do about things. But then she made it really clear that, especially in pediatric neurology, kids get better, kids do well, kids, and you can make a huge difference. And so I did my pediatrics, I went on to do neurology, and then I was lucky enough to get accepted for my pediatric neurology fellowship at Einstein, Montefiore. Awesome. And learned to read EEGs and learned what was going on there. And I've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
And I absolutely love it.
And you said something that resonated with me about how kids could be having seizures and not know it, or parents could be having kids.
Yeah.
I have several students right now. I'm a teacher. I teach 8th grade English. I have right now about 7 kids on my roster that have been diagnosed with having epilepsy, that they have to have the para travel. And then I have kids who I suspect, just based off what I know, may be having like absent seizures. I can bring it up, as subtly as I can to the parents without being too obtrusive. And a lot of people don't want to accept that. What are some ways that you can be tactful and maybe suggest to a parent or a school administrator that a student may not just be inattentive, but they may actually have something going on? How can I
Absolutely. Well, I think the thing to remember is that if the problem is that the child is having absence seizures, imagine watching a movie and every 10 seconds the sound cuts out for 2 seconds. Every 10 seconds you lose the picture and the sound for 2 seconds. Could you follow that movie? Because that's what's happening with the kids when they're in school and they're trying to follow what the teacher is saying, and every 10 seconds they're losing 2 seconds of information, and they don't understand that, and the teacher may not understand that. They may just say, you're not paying attention. You have to pay attention more. But no amount of paying attention will help them with losing this 2 seconds of information every few seconds.
Absolutely.
And kids who have absence seizures can literally have hundreds of seizures a day.
Wow. Per day.
And usually it's very easily controlled on medication. And one of the things to, reach out to a parent about that may be their first concern is that just because the child has epilepsy doesn't mean that they're always going to have epilepsy. Children outgrow absence seizures almost 100% of the time. So every diagnosis of epilepsy is not a lifelong diagnosis.
I love that analogy. And I'm also wondering now if COVID may have had something to do with this new, it seems like a new onset of seizures, particularly in people of color. Women that are of color, for whatever reason, are now being diagnosed rapidly, and I'm wondering if that has something to do with COVID, or is it just stress, or have you heard anything about that phenomenon?
There is an enormous amount of research going on right now about COVID. We did a number of studies even in the midst of COVID because we were trying to understand, is the EEG going to look specific for COVID? Is it going to look different in COVID patients? The answer generally to that was no. Some people had seizures, but they looked like other seizures. There was no specific signature on the EEG. But now we're not just talking about COVID anymore. We're talking about people who've had COVID and have recovered.
Yeah.
But maybe not completely.
Yeah, that's me.
And I think we're going to go on finding things out for many, many years about the way COVID has affected us.
I think so too. I went 9 years. First of all, I had my first seizure in 2011. I'm 48 years old. My fiance at the time just happened to look over at me while I was sleeping, and he said I was moving weird, and he had enough sense to call 911, and turns out I was having a seizure. But I went 9 years without having one, and then now all of a sudden in the past 4 years I've had 5, and nobody knows why. They're under control now, thank God, but I'm wondering if that had something to do with that.
It may very well, and we know that we know a lot of things we don't know about seizures. We have learned a lot about the genetics of epilepsy. We've learned a lot about different mutations that may predispose people to epilepsy. But not everybody who has those mutations develops epilepsy.
That's right.
So there have to be environmental factors as well.
There have to be.
And it's a really burgeoning new field that we're finding new things out every single day.
Thank you so much for what you do, and we're definitely going to, if it's okay, post your information of where people can find you to get the help that they need. But God bless you.
Thank you.
And please continue keeping up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we are back with the comment section. I am just having the time of my life, believe it or not, because this is an issue that's near and dear to my heart. We are at the Epilepsy Awareness Fundraiser here, and I have next to me the illustrious Dr. Pack, who has shared some amazing life-saving tidbits with us. And I just wanted her to tell us a little bit about what got you interested in this topic.
You know, we all have these seminal moments in our careers where we realize this is something that we want to do for the rest of our lives. And, you know, I love the neurosciences, but more importantly, I love to connect with people and I want to help people. And at the time I was training, I really felt like I could make a difference. And in epilepsy was that space. And earlier I talked about an experience with one of my former mentors when I was a medical student. And I watched him go through the encounter with the patient and family, and I felt like, you know, I really can make a difference here, and this is something I want to do.
Absolutely. I am someone that unfortunately has been diagnosed with a seizure. I call it a seizure disorder. I don't want to admit to having epilepsy per se, because I don't have them often. I went 9 years without having one. I had my first one at 34. I'm 48 now. And it's very scary. I live alone, so to wake up, you know that I know that I've had one because I usually have bitten my tongue in my sleep. But for the most part, they're under control. And our music is trying to beat us to the punch. But what advice would you give to someone who does live alone, who may not have frequent seizures, but who's very aware when they've had one?
They now have actually wearable devices where it's something called Embrace that will measure your heart rate, skin response, and you can use that to help, because you're right, those are scary experiences, and for people who live alone, we want to be able to help that individual figure out if they've had seizures, because sometimes people, you don't know they've had seizures until they get a bed partner, and then all of a sudden that individual may have been having seizures for a long time and they just had no idea. And as we talked about earlier, seizures are not benign, and so it is important for us to be able to recognize them. So I am excited about that evolving technology with wearable devices that will help us do a better job determining whether people are having seizures or not. So
thank you so much for what you do. It's so important, and like we said up here, it's so common. It's literally the elephant in the room that people need to start bringing up. I'm also a teacher. I've been teaching 8th grade for almost 20 years, and I have about 7 or 8 kids right now on my roster that have seizure disorders. And yet, none of the teachers know seizure first aid. It's not taught in our training at all.
No,
it's ridiculous.
No, that is, organizations like the Epilepsy Foundation, both on the local level, such as Metropolitan New York, as well as on the national level, have really made a huge effort to try and do that. That is to bring seizure first aid into the schools. But obviously from your experience, it's like anything, we need to do better, because that is, as we've talked about, seizures are common, and teachers, nurses, school nurses, they need to know that.
They need to know that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Please continue this work. This is definitely God's work that you're doing, and I appreciate you. And on behalf of everybody that suffers with this, we thank you.
And thanks to this whole community. It's just events like this are what gets the message out there. So thanks to all of you.
Thank you so much.
All
Enjoy
right.
the rest of your day.
Thank you.
LDM Radio.
Oh, okay, we are back, and I'm excited because I've actually found someone that's not a doctor, not a victim, I'm hoping, of epilepsy or seizure disorder.
No.
But it's, praise God, but is still here to share this wonderful event with us. And I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell us how he got interested in this.
Yo, what up, y'all? You already know, for the most of you, my name is Voice, singer-songwriter, performer, a little bit of acting. Yeah, I've been dealing with this organization for a while. The epilepsy awareness is
nice.
I've been just trying to help out as much as possible. I've had a few friends where they've actually had seizures right in front of me. I've caught them, put them into recovery position and everything like that, because I've been trained.
You've been trained
for things like that when I used to work in a school for adults with mental disabilities.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, because I'm also a teacher. In addition to hosting the show, I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher for 20 years.
Nice.
Right now I have about 7 students on my roster, including myself, which would make 8, that suffer from some type of seizure disorder, and none of the teachers or the staff know seizure first aid.
Well, if you think about it, right, when you learn your first aid, whether it's adult or child first aid, some of that is in there. It's just applying it to the situation.
When it happens.
Yeah, so understanding what's going on, you see them shaking, all right, make sure there's nothing in their throat or in their mouth. So you put their 2 fingers, make sure you got gloves or something like that, so you're not putting germs in there, but their safety is first priority. Make sure they don't bite their tongue and stuff.
Absolutely, without putting spoons in there.
Yeah.
Before we tell people where they can find you, what advice would you give to someone who's experiencing someone having a seizure for the first time? What's the first thing they can do?
I know it's probably going to sound cliche, but just try to breathe, try to stay focused, try not to panic. for the most part, I do believe it will pass after a while. Just try to hang in there. Make sure you're in a comfortable environment for the most part, just all around, so that way if it does happen, there's people there who can help, or you don't hit anything hard.
Absolutely.
Or something like that, you know.
And be kind, guys. Let's not board this shirt. Please be kind. Don't make the person
100%.
feel weird or like they're an alien, because it's very embarrassing, especially someone who's never experienced one in public. It can be very embarrassing, and for little kids, maybe even traumatizing.
It's true. It's true.
You know, because you got to see these people again afterwards. So
well, kindness is contagious. So the more you put out there, the more it's gonna come back to you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I love that. Reap what you sow. Tell them where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on all social media at @ssvoice_, or you can Google Songful Soul Voice. That's my full artist name. I'm the first one that pops up. And let's keep in touch. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a good
appreciate
night.
you.
Have a good night and enjoy the rest of the event.
All right.
Thank you so much. All right.
Audio Jungle.
And we are back with the comment section, and I'm so blessed to be standing next to two individuals who have real life experience. And by me being a middle school teacher, middle school babies, high school babies, those are my passions. So tell us who you are and how this event has affected you and your experience with epilepsy and seizure disorder.
So my name is Tiara Berry, and this is my son, Eamon King. And so this event is special to us because Eamon was the one who experienced epilepsy.
Yeah.
And I actually met Tara almost a year before he had his first seizure.
Before he even had one.
Yep.
Look at God. That's
right.
divine intervention.
That's all I said.
Yeah.
It was just divine. I met her before, so when it happened, I kind of I was aware of how to move forward with making the right decisions for him.
Okay. My question to him, you can actually give him the mic if you want to. If he wants to, he doesn't have to. Do you feel like you have like almost like superpowers, like you're a warrior? Do you feel like nobody can touch you because of what you've been through?
Yeah.
'Cause I do.
Yeah.
Do you have other friends that might have this too, or are you the only one that you know of?
I don't know.
I believe he's the only one. I think he's the only one. So what advice would you give to someone your age that has to deal with this? What encouraging words could you give them? Let me rephrase the question. What's been the hardest thing for you to deal with this? What's the hardest part about this?
I've been through all of this, but I still got this.
You still got it. Survived. I love it. Right. I love it. And that's enough said. But thank you guys so much. God bless you. And I'm hoping that as you get older, you can be a voice for other people that are going through it, because you're truly an inspiration and you're handsome. So the girls are going to be after you. So that's a good thing. If they're not already. All right. We'll be right back with the comment section. Thank you guys.
She's so fake. She's such a slut. You can see the layers on her face. Look at her chicken legs. Oh my god. How short is that skirt? I can't believe she'd even put that on. Is that her dress? It's not even on her hardly. It's not even covering her up. It's actually disgusting. Oh my god. How can she do her hair like that? I don't even know how this girl has friends. I saw her talking to Holden the other day. Who does she think she is? I bet she slept with the whole football team. She's not even pretty. She's gained so much weight. She looks like a cow. Such a good idea. Watch this. You're good. Oh my god, that's so funny. You gotta post that. I got an idea past this.
now because they're getting crunk up in here, okay? But I am back, Shirley Phillips, with the comment section. Who do I have standing next to me right now?
My name is Malik Fenelon. I'm 21 years. My name is Malik Fenelon. I'm 21 years old.
21, y'all.
Yep.
You single?
Yes, sorta.
He said he's sorta single, ladies.
Sorta.
Tell us how you got here. What brought you out here today?
My mother, she planned this whole event. It's called Seize the Cure. It's to raise awareness for epilepsy.
Absolutely.
Really proud of her. It took a lot of effort.
I'm proud of her
and
too.
a lot of her time.
I witnessed. She's been planning, you guys. She was here last night till the wee hours of the night, getting all this stuff set up. She's very passionate about helping people with epilepsy, informing, and making everybody aware. If you have one word of advice to someone that might be newly diagnosed with this, what would you say to them?
I'd say learn to work with the condition, not against it. Take precautions with certain things.
Yeah.
But overall, try and take care of yourself as best you can.
That's it.
Don't let the disease drag you down. I've known a lot of people to do that, and they end up very miserable.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them because I was like that at one point. And I know how mentally and emotionally straining it could be.
Absolutely. And look how tall and handsome he is. He said he's sometimes single depending on which day you ask him, okay? But by all means, don't let it depress you. Don't let it get you down. Find something that's an outlet that can keep you motivated. As you can see, there are tons of people here that have this, that are in real estate, music, acting, business owners. There's nothing that you can't do with this. And to you, I say God bless you. And any last words? Tell them where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on my social media. You can follow me on Instagram.
What's the Instagram?
My Instagram is basically my name, Malik Fenelon. M-A-L-I-Q, Fenelon, F-E-N-E-L-O-N.
You heard it here first, guys. We'll be right back in the comment section.
It's a freaking weekend and I'm going off the deep end, yeah. I had a long weekend work. What about you? Gonna put us first, yeah. Take shots together, we going out together to see all the pretty lights. You only have one day in your life, yeah. Tip to 10 and get faded. Party till you be late. Move like you got moves. Walk to the room like you had to, yeah. Well, that girl, baby, it's your world, baby. We just living in it. Let's get the whole world faded, 'cause I can't be giving up my energy. No, I won't stop till they remember me. No, I can't be giving up my energy. No, I won't stop till they remember me. They want the 7J. 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 Oh yeah! Look at that, Bruce, where you at? This song right here is called Raise a Glass. I did this song after having 4 heart attacks, and I'm grateful to be alive every day. I'm so amazing. Look at me, I'm clean and fully faded. Safe to say it's time and now we made it. Raise a glass today, we celebrating. Yeah, we celebrating. Yeah, yeah. Life's just what you gotta live. Tomorrow ain't promised, that's true it is. Watch me work, I'm doing big, doing big, doing big, we made it. Happiness is everything they hated. We show our love until it's faded. We could be the ones who give that kid little remix. Put your hands up, turn up, feel this. Don't dance and shake your body. And act like it's your birthday party. Let me see you throw your hands up, baby. On the dance floor, let's get crazy. In a circle, you can't fade. Cause my flow is something crazy. Put your sitting on the sidelines floor. Shake that thing, my ring to the dance floor. So I can show you how I do it. I could even two-step through it. Now it's time for you to shake it. Let me see you stop, baby, don't break it. So before the night is over. All my Latinos, yo brothers, Boricua, yo brothers, yo brothers. Put it on the Bronx, I can't hear you. All my Boston people, make some noise. On the dance floor, I see you shaking. Don't stop dancing, keep on shaking. I wanna see what you got. Shake that body, baby, non-stop. I see my Boricua going crazy. On the chorus, you like that beat. So get closer, don't you play me. I'm gonna show you Mr. Amazing. So my people from New York City, Connecticut, Miami, Boston, and Philly. I can see all you people rapping. Here, Boricua, we know I said it. So when the chorus comes, let's hear it. This is the remix. So put your hands up high. I wanna hear you chant. Yo, Collins, Boricua, Yo, Collins. DJ, stop that music for me, please. Wait a minute. Am I in the Bronx or what? Mira, yo soy boricua, orgulloso, de Río Piedras, Puerto Rico, Caserío Llorén Torres. Are there any boricuas in here today? A big shout out to my boricuas, my Dominican, my beautiful black people in attendance. We're all brothers and sisters in here today. There ain't no colors, there ain't nothing in here but love and unity. And a big shout out to the Epilepsy Foundation. And you see how sweaty I get? That's that epilepsy kicking in, you see that? Cause I ain't moved, it's all just standing in one spot, right? Everybody be like, mira este gordito, always sweating. It's the epilepsy, y'all. But you know, it's all good. But I'd like to thank TJ Vita, the Epilepsy Foundation, all my people here in the Bronx. A big shout out to the NYPD for being here with us too. So, God bless you guys, I love you guys. And listen, remember, it's not contagious.
Okay, we are back with the comment section. You guys, I'm just getting all the juice here. I have yet another celebrity in our midst. I'm a Detroit girl, so I miss some of them, but I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell you how he got involved with this organization and what he plans to do going forward with them. Tell them who you are.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody, all the listeners, all the viewers. I appreciate you guys. My name is Anthony Quiñones, known as a singer, known as Boricua Posse. I've been a performer for about 30 years now in the active club music field. A big shout out to Detroit.
Hey, Detroit, what up,
Detroit got great house music.
What up, though? We started house music.
Great house music in Detroit.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Exactly. So TJ Vita had reached out to me. We had spoke a lot. And she found out I was epileptic, and I'm an active epileptic performer on stage.
Wow. And
I've been performing with the epilepsy with me for 30 years now.
I love it. But it's under control for the most part.
Very under control.
Okay.
Until I see my light bill.
And then I got it.
When I see my light bill, I lose all control.
That's a trigger.
Yes.
Bills are a trigger. We don't like bills. Bills are a trigger. But this is just another living proof, a living example that you can do and be whatever you want to be. Please, if you are someone that struggles with this, do not let that discourage you and don't let it stop you.
And to all the people that do not know about epilepsy, it is not contagious.
You can't catch it.
And if you see me on the floor shaking, call off the exorcism. It's not that. It's not that. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Tell them where they can find you and what do you have anything coming up?
On Instagram, you can find me as Boricua Posse. On Facebook, Anthony Quiñones, a.k.a. Boricua Posse. I'm everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'm like a local cockroach. You find me
you
everywhere.
You know what? I can't.
I'm everywhere.
Thank you so much.
I'm Mr. New York City. I'm Mr. 5 Boroughs. I'm Mr. Boricua Posse. I love you guys. Epilepsy, you see that? We fight it. We live
it.
And we deal with it.
That's it.
Handle it.
Thank you so much.
You very
have
much.
a rest of a good event. Okay, I am Shirley Ann Phillips III, back with the comment section, and I'm so excited. You know I love girls. I love girl power, women power. Who do we have standing here next to me?
Hi, my name is Paris Taylor. I'm the coach of Divine Motion House of Dance.
Divine Motion. That means it's godly. That means they're about to do the Lord's work up on this stage. Tell us how you got started. What brings you here?
So I've been dancing since I was 3. I started coaching when I was about 17. I decided I wanted to do a non-profit, no parents pay for anything at this team. They just pay for maybe their costumes. But we're a completely free team.
501c3?
And we practice right here in Soundview.
I love it. So they need donations, guys. We're going to get their information posted to you guys shortly. And who do we have next to you? What's your name, man?
My name is Destiny.
Destiny, how long have you been dancing?
I was dancing I was like 5.
Since you were 5. And you're what now, about 13, 12?
13.
13 years old, so 8th grade, about to go to 9th grade? I teach 8th grade. I already know how y'all get down. What's the hardest part about dancing with this group?
If you mess up, you have to keep going and going until you get it correct.
What's the most, what do you love most about being with these girls?
The flow of the music and how we dance
Flow of the music.
as a group.
Love it. Who's next to you? That's not shy.
My name is Lanesha.
What's your name?
Lanesha.
Lanesha. And Lanesha, what prompted you to start dancing here? What made you want to be a part of Divine Motion?
Say it one more time.
What made you want to be a part of this group?
Because, I always dreamed of like dancing and being a choreographer when I grew up. So I wanted to be a part of a new dance team so I could get more information to help me in my career.
Love it. I love it. So you plan on doing this for a career?
Yes.
I love it. Anybody else?
Hi, I'm Amaya Marie.
And how long have you been dancing with this group?
I've been dancing since I was 2, 3.
2 or 3 years old. Yeah. Really? Do you want to also do it as a career, or is it just for fun for you?
Yeah, in college, I want to dance professionally, like in an HBCU majorette.
Period.
Yeah.
I love it. How old are you?
I'm 16.
On your way. They have tons of scholarship money. Get some of it, okay?
Thank you.
And lastly, we have... What's your name, sweetie?
Donna.
Hardest part about being a part of this group?
What part of this dance? Like the tricks and stuff.
The tricks? So y'all be like flipping and doing
Yeah.
stuff? Really? Can you teach somebody that's like 40 pounds overweight like myself how to do a cartwheel? I never learned how to do that.
Definitely.
Can you teach me?
No.
She said no.
I definitely can.
You can. Thank you, boo. Thank you, guys. And we will see them online. She's going to actually tell them where they can find you on social media so we can get some donations coming in.
Okay, so we don't have our Instagram yet, but it will be divine_motion. So follow us on Instagram at divine_motion.
Okay, and she's going to give me the Cash App information so that I can take it on your behalf and then tag you.
Definitely.
Nonprofits are difficult, guys. Things
Very
cost
difficult.
money. Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you
you guys
so
have a
much.
great show, okay? All right. Okay, I am Shirley Ann Phillips III, back with the... I'm trying to not get distracted by the music, but I'm back with the comment section, and we have some beautiful, albeit a little shy volunteers next to me. Who do I have next to me?
My name is Janice Silva.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
15, and how did you get started with this organization?
It started when I was in elementary school when I met my friend's mother. My first time seeing epilepsy was when her brother started seizing.
Okay.
And it was scary because I was very nervous and I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
But I was there for my friend. I was supported. I told her everything was going to be all right, but I was scared.
That's all you can do. That's all all you can do. What advice would you give to someone that is either watching or having their first seizure? What advice would you give them?
Stay calm and try to warn people. If you ever feel the symptoms before passing out or seizing, warn someone or try to lay down first.
Absolutely.
If you can. That's it.
Absolutely. I have them. I teach 8th grade, and my assistant principal actually has them. I don't have them often. I didn't start having them until I was 34. I'm 48. And I didn't know what the hell was going on until a doctor told me that I was having them in my sleep. So I had one in person. My principal had one 2 days later, or assistant principal. So we need young ladies like you to help spread awareness to kids, you know? So thank you for that.
I just hope.
Name?
My name is Isabella.
And how old are you?
I'm 14.
She's 14, so you 8th grade or 9th grade?
8th grade.
8th grade. You ready for high school?
No.
Not yet?
No.
And how did you get started with this organization?
Well, I'm friends with Malia. And honestly, I just want to support my own friend, you know, because whatever she's going through, I want to be there for her, because that's my friend. That's my friend.
Yeah, that's awesome. And God bless all three of you ladies, because
Thank you.
everybody wouldn't have the courage that you have to say this. I'll talk to you later. Sorry. And let me ask you this personal question. If you saw this really I'm assuming that you like boys. I could be wrong. I apologize if
I do.
Everything's perfect. Great job. Handsome, tall. If he told you that he had epilepsy, would that deter you from wanting to date him?
Hell no.
Good answer. Hell no, she said.
Because why a disability has to say you can't be with this person? That's still a human being. That's still a person with the personality.
Absolutely.
Their own stuff. You can also help with the person. It doesn't matter just because they have epilepsy. It doesn't matter that you can't be around them. You can also be around
That's
them.
right. To me, it makes them more attractive because that means they're strong. They're able to withstand
whatever they're going through. I want to be support them through it because I don't want them to feel alone. Because then that's that's right.
I respect that answer. And last but not least, we have you. And your name is and age?
My name is Malia, and I am 13 years old.
13 years old, and you are the warrior here, the survivor.
Well, I don't have epilepsy, but my brother does.
Your brother does.
Yeah.
But you help him survive
Yeah, I help
and
him
withstand that.
Yeah.
What was it like for you experiencing his first seizure?
His first seizure, I thought it was funny because I was little and I didn't know that I didn't know what epilepsy was at that time. But now I'm hearing it and I'm just like, wow. I was really shocked and I felt kind of bad.
Did you think he was playing around?
Yeah, I thought he was playing around. So did my mom.
So how did you guys figure out that he was actually having a seizure, and then what did you do?
Well, my mom called Malik a bunch of times, and Malik still didn't respond, so my mom knew that something was wrong, that motherly instinct. So then I think we gave him an MRI, and
they saw that something was going on.
Yeah, they saw seizure activity.
Yeah. Do you fear that you will get this, or you're not concerned about it?
There is a possible chance I'll get it, but I'm trying to focus on life right now before I actually get it.
That's right.
Try to do the stuff that I can't do if I get epilepsy.
And like she said, focus on right now, because tomorrow's not promised. Today is not promised. You can literally be, and that's any of us. We can be here today, gone today. Live your life.
Well, God knows I may have a seizure tomorrow.
Live your life. Always stay focused on your goals and your motivations, and everything will be fine. Whether she gets it or not, she's still going to be living her best soft life now.
Yeah.
All right.
When I'm older, I want to make epilepsy music based on epilepsy, just to spread awareness. That's my dream.
That. You can do that now.
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
planning.
help you do that.
Yeah, well,
So
of course.
let us know, and we'll have you back on the show.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
Thank you.
You too.
You too.
Thanks.